We are now back to live. Sorry about that. I don't know how that one happened, but we are now back to live, so far as I can tell. All right. Wow, now I have to go backwards, but that's okay. That is quite all right. Sorry about that. I don't know how that one happened. I just have to turn myself off. There we go. All righty. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Well, let's see. Let's go back. Let's go all the way back because I went way too far. Um, okay, here we go. Back to here. Okay, now I think we are in the right mode. Yes. Excellent. Okay, well, I thank my buddy Tony Fazy for texting me and telling me I was completely off of the reservation. But now we're back on. And I don't know how much I got into this, so I will just start again and give you the Reader's Digest version. Um, this is what your Google account will somewhat look like if you made some of the modifications that we've talked about. Of course, we did our Joe Smith account. And we've come in here and we've gone over here to our little square thing to the apps, and we have gone to Drive. Because Drive is what we are going to discuss tonight. Drive is basically a cloud-based way of storing anything and everything that you could want. Like I said, it takes any type of document, picture, even audio recording, stores them, and then makes them available to you all in one place, which is the benefit of the Google system like we've been talking about all together. Once you've gone ahead and downloaded Drive, which it's just going to come up and it'll say, do you want to download it? Yes, download it. It'll pop in. It'll look something like this. You'll see how to get started with Drive PDF to go through. Again, just for quick review, you can store any file, Word, PowerPoint, PDFs, Excel, spreadsheets, audio forms. You can share them with other people. You can get them from your mobile devices as well as your computer, desktop, laptop. You can put everything in one place. Like I said, if you have different divisions of your business, it's a very nice thing to make a different email account for each different part and then put it in there. If you have one part that's rehabbing, put all your rehabbing stuff in one part. If you have one part that's wholesaling, put all your stuff into that one. You can put everything in there and think about the benefit of having all your documents that are necessary for those businesses in one place. And I'm going to show you an application here in a little bit that's going to make that extremely interesting for you. It works on Android or on iOS, which is the Apple operating system. Either one. You can be on the web, and do it from there too. Drag and drop. It's very simple. Like I said, Macs, PCs, doesn't matter. You can share documents, checklists, PDFs, anything like that that you have. You can share with other people. This is just a basic overview, and again, as soon as you get into your Gmail, as soon as you get into your Drive, it'll come up. If you want to review it, feel free to review it. One of the things that I've already gone through, but of course I only told myself, is you can upload files. It'll take you right into your files. Let's say, okay, here, look, here's well, let's see. Let's do a Word because I did a picture the last time. Boom, here it comes, automatically uploaded. Now it's in there. It was the first ad for the Wholesale Academy. Okay. Even after I upload it, I could share it from there. I can just knock it down. Now, one of the nice things about this is, let's say that I wanted to take this and said, I want to take this and I want to make this a part of a folder. Boom. Now I can put it in my Tech Talk folder. Now what happens here is as soon as I open that, there's my document, right like that. You could go over here and look, pop it down like that. You can open, you can do anything with your folder that you could do basically in a basic computer system. But I can come in here, I can take this, I can keep everything organized by folders, which makes it a lot handier because let's say that you are a landlord and you want to keep your inspection sheets, your rental agreements, your notices for violations, walkthrough, checkout list. I mean, all that stuff, you want to keep it all in one place. Put it all in a folder here. Then it's all in there, and then you put it all under the same email address that you have your tenants emailing you at. What could be easier than that? But there's even another twist to that we're going to look at here in just a little bit. But again, folders, you can do that. Create. You can create documents, Word docs, presentations, PowerPoint presentations, spreadsheets. Look, you can pop this open and whammo, what's that looks like? That looks like an Excel spreadsheet to me. It's exactly the same thing, and it's going to tell you, it's going to go through and give you a tour. Google spreadsheets are a little bit different than an Excel spreadsheet, but for the most part, it's apples and apples. Okay, so you can go through, you can do your tours, things like that. You can share them from right here, which I'll show you a pre-made document already to share from. You know, there are plenty of ways to make this system work for you. Now, one of the other things that I like here too is look at your activity log over here. It tells you everything that you did. It says Joe uploaded an item, and then Joe moved that item right there. You can come down here and look. I created a Tech Talk document. I downloaded new floor plan, which we'll look at here in just a few minutes. I created a form. Everything that you've done shows right up over here. So if you mess up anything and you go, oh no, it's all right there on the right. You can go get to it. It's never a problem. So that's nice. Now, let's say that I wanted to take this picture that I uploaded and I want to share it because I just think that's really a nifty picture and I want to share it. Now, of course, you can print it. Of course, you can open it, print it. But let's say, or if you want to download it, let's say that you've taken it in here and you want to download it, you can download it. But let's just say I want to share it, okay? So click my share button. Now what happens? It creates a link right there. I could share it through Gmail, okay? And let's say that I wanted it, because you could make it public on the web, so no sign-in is required. If you're trying to put things out like, oh, maybe listings of houses that you have or things that you're looking for, things like that. Anyone with a link can access it with no sign-in, or you want to be with specific people. So, you know, there's a lot of different ways that you can share like this, okay, through your Gmail, or you can go to here, or you can say, you know, or pardon me, that was your access. You're the owner. Now let's say I wanted to send it, okay, Tony gets to be my example tonight. And everybody knows that that would be his email, okay? Now what I can do is I can send him this link to say, look at this cool picture. Now it's gone to him. Now he can take it, look at it. Now look, can edit, can comment, can view. There you go. Because maybe I don't want him to edit it. Maybe I want him to leave my judge alone. You never know. But this will give you a list of who all has received it. So like I said, there are so many ways that you can collaborate through Google Drive that anything that you create in here, you can take and use as a collaboration tool with other people's. Just like we had looked back through here earlier on. If I can get the highlight off. There we go. Form. A form is kind of like a survey. You send a survey out to people. Send it out to them. Send it out to a specific group, a specific list, a small group of them. The only things that limit you as far as what you can do with Google Drive is just your imagination, whatever you think. Google Drive is that good. And again, like I said, it'll go through here and show you the last time you modified it, anything that you want to do with it. I mean, there's a ton of things that you can do as far as with this drive. And like I say, it's 15 gigs of storage. You can't beat 15 gigs of storage. And again, you can either see it in a list format or a grid format, so that if you just rather see the pictures of what you've done, kind of get an idea. This gives you a little easier idea on how to see stuff. You know, it's whatever is easier for you. If you're more of a text person, take a look at it that way. Again, like I say, you can share them that way. Whatever makes it easiest for you. It's very simple to use. But the only thing about it is you must be logged in to your Gmail account that is attached to the drive, or log in through that. You can actually log straight into Drive, but again, it's going to go through the Gmail itself. So see, that's kind of an interesting caveat too, because I believe that you might be able to get 15 gigs through one drive and 15 gigs through another drive. I'm not absolutely for sure on that, but that's something that you could explore and guess about once you get it, once you take a look inside of it. But Google Drive, again, just an extremely, extremely effective and tremendous tool to be able to use in order to go in and store all of your documents in one place, to store everything there, to be able to find everything. I mean, that's a huge thing right there, is just to be able to find everything. Let's see. Let me see if I can get to this. Okay. Okay. New floor planner. This is an app that you can connect to your Gmail account that is just really, really a nifty thing to use. Because what happens is, like I said, maybe you get a house and you're not sure, how am I going to do this? How am I going to, what am I going to do with this place? Maybe you're a visionary type where you think, what would happen if we took a wall out there and moved this way and changed this and changed that? But you're not ready to go and go to an architect and say, can you draw up plans of this? You just want to get a basic look on it, okay? This app, Floor Planner, is fantastic for that. It has some great tutorials in it. It goes through and shows you, like I said, you can do basic floor plans. It even gives you furniture. If you want to start thinking about how you would stage a property that you have, you can put it into the floor planner and then just start to put in furniture or different items in different places. Because sometimes when you're trying to sell a house and maybe you didn't have the budget to completely stage your house, but you want to be able to sell the vision to somebody to watch and see, what is it that this is going to turn into? What is it, that that this space can become? The more you can put that into your buyer's mind, the better off you are. And like I said, the basic floor planner is free. Let's see, we'll go here. Like I said, it gives you one project at a time, and then the extras are $4.99 for an extra. If you do the basic, it's $15 a year. It gives you 5 projects a year, and the extras are $2.99. The Pro is $29 a month. Again, that'd be something that you would actually be, cranking them out to go into that. And again, even with your basic, you can put in photos, uh, and videos. Uh, there's an iPad and iPhone app for it. I don't know if there's an Android app yet. If you get into the more paid or like the Plus or the Pro, you can get high resolution images, 3D renders, PDFs to scale, embed your plans, branding, staff. Again, like I said, this app can be as basic or as in depth as you'd like for it to be. But for people that are just starting out with this type of thing and they want to get an idea of what it is that they could do, here are even some basic plans that people have done using using this app. And I mean, like I say, you can even go in and take a look at it. It still doesn't like doing my Flash player. Okay. Well, I didn't. Just take my word for it. This app is tremendous. And I don't know if I can get the Flash player done before all this needs to go. But Floor Planner is just a tremendous app for getting a vision or an idea of what it is you're trying to do. And if you're not wanting to sit down and try to draw it all out, and like I said, and you want to give somebody else a vision too, because this can help your rehabbers. If you're coming in and you're hiring this out and you want it to be a certain thing, use a tool like this, because one of the best communication tools that you can have with your rehabber, with anybody who's coming in to do work for you, is a common vision of what it is that you're trying to accomplish. So use an app like Floor Planner, and it can greatly increase that communication between you and your the people that you're working with. Now, another app that I wanted to introduce you to tonight that I think just goes right hand in hand with the Drive is something, and I think it's, yeah. Here we go. DocuSign. And DocuSign actually works directly with Drive. So think about this, and what DocuSign is basically is it's a way that you can electronically sign documents or get other people to electronically sign documents that you send them. Okay, so like I was talking about before, let's say that let's say you're a landlord, and let's say that you've got a tenant that's been in a property for a year, and you want them to, they want to re-up on a lease, you want to have them, everything's pretty well done, but you don't want to take the time to have to drive over there, try to catch them at home, get them to physically sign the documents. What if you could just email them the copy of the lease and this application, and all they have to do is sign the lease and send it back to you, and then they automatically have a copy that's sent to their email, and you have yours. If they want a printed copy, they can print it out. You can just hold on to yours. Or think about if you want to make an offer on a property and you have your purchase and sale agreement already set up in your Google Drive. And you can just send that buyer, or pardon me, send that seller an offer. Here you go. If you want it, just sign it. That's all they have to do. You don't have to go over there. You don't have to, maybe you've been there. Maybe you've talked about it. Maybe you've come to an agreement. Maybe you've done talking on the phone. Could be a lot of things. Again, this application will allow you to get signatures and get them done. And again, just like they're showing on the picture here, they can do it on their phone. Because guys, ladies and gentlemen, I should say, I'm sorry, guys was a bad comment. My daughter would be on me for that. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't recognize that the whole world is going mobile and it's mainly by phone, you're missing the boat. So much of what you do and so much of what you spend your time on can be automated and put into this. And DocuSign is actually a legally binding document after they sign it. Okay? So again, like I said, it goes, it gets done, it comes back, it gets put right back into your drive. Now what happens if you create one of those little folders in Drive like we were talking about, because this is your landlord file, and you create one for each one of your properties and you put all the documents in there? Wow, how nice would that be anytime that you had any sort of question or thought about that property, and you could just go back in and go, oh, here, look, okay, this is 123 Main Street. Okay, let's pull that document up. Boom, here it is. Oh yeah, it was signed and done on this date. Okay, this is what the agreement is. And if the other people had any sort of question about it, send it to them. Share it, just like we were showing you. Send it to them in an email. If you have to, print it out and mail it to them. It's all right there. It's all in one place. It makes everything so much more organized and so much more easy. And DocuSign is just one of these little caveats that you can add in with your Google Drive that makes it that much more powerful, because now you've got everything all in one. I know it seems too easy. It seems way too easy, and you're like, oh my gosh, this could never be this easy. And if you're if you're worried about, oh my goodness, what happens if the cloud falls or whatever, or the whole thing deflates or whatever, I don't care. Take that whole file and back it up to whatever you're backing it up to, I mean, you could always do that. That's always a good idea. But I think that more of a percentage of investors right now would have a hard time laying their hands onto files for each one of their properties that have every piece of paper in them and sorted, so that all it would take them is going in and typing in what it is they're looking for and having it just appear right like that. But again, maybe everyone is just much more organized and much better set up than I give them credit for. But if I had to guess, my guess is things like this are going to help you tremendously. So that is my Google app that I would suggest to go right alongside of your Google Drive. Now, one other application tonight that I just discovered this week, and I've been playing with it a little bit, and this is just phenomenal. Now, this is more of a productivity thing, but this can also help you if you understand what we were just talking about as far as organizing the things that we put together. This is called If This, Then That, or IFTTT. Okay, I know it looks funny, but basically it's an interesting concept. It's very interesting. Now, what it is basically you create what they call a recipe, and it's a connection that tells your device, basically tells your digital life. That's a better way to explain it. If I do this, or if this occurs, then I want that to occur. So what happens is, and as you go down through here, you can look. Channels are the basic building blocks of if this and that. And each channel has its own triggers and actions, and if Facebook, Evernote, email. But look, I'm going to take us here for a minute because I want you to see something. There are 112 channels. Look, Android device, Android location, Android notifications, a phone call, a photo. Um, uh, let's see, a text, and that's just for the Android right there. Okay, and they also have this for um, they also have this for Apple. I am almost positive. So you got your Gmail, your calendar, your Drive, which next month we'll be going into integrating your calendar in with all of this too, and potentially maybe a little bit into YouTube, but I'm not sure. I need to map that part out. But you've got your Google things together there, your YouTube, WordPress, if you have a blog that's up. But like I said, basically what happens is, as iOS location, iOS notification, iOS photos, so it goes through Apple also. Basically, look, this is a new one, Google Glass. Now, I don't know many that have Google Glass. I think I've only seen one or two people that have it. But just to let you know, that's how many channels that this connects with. So, start to think about this. This part of the recipe is a trigger. Some examples, is I was tagged in a photo on Facebook, or I check in on Foursquare. Those are kind of abstract ones. Let's say that it's you upload pictures. You upload pictures of a house, or let's say just that you upload pictures in general, because maybe you're out and that day you're going to be looking at a lot of houses, and that you're going to be uploading pictures. Then what happens is you also want to have a trigger in there that says, okay, if I upload all these pictures, then maybe you want to email yourself the next day a reminder that says, did you take those pictures and separate them out and decide what you were going to do with them. That's kind of an abstract. They also talk about, okay, like locations. Now, let's say that, and this is more than a real estate application. This is a life application. Let's say that you are leaving work. Let's say you work in a specific location each day, and you can have it tied into your location that says, when I leave this location, when the navigation on my phone picks up that I'm leaving this location, text my wife and tell her I'm on the way home. I mean, you would be amazed at what this app can do. If you add a new photo, then add a file to Dropbox. There are a ton of different things that you can do. I want to take you into this and show you this, because this is really interesting, because they have just, if you can't think of everything that you would do, then you can go and look. Okay, look, unmute my phone when I get home. So basically the location is going to cause that to happen. Or maybe you want to mute your phone when you get home because you don't want it ringing for the rest of the day, but you don't remember to do that. You can program that in and it will automatically do that. Or if there are things that come through on RSS feeds, it's news that you want to see, you can set up notifications for. Again, like I said, there's just so many things. Let me know when I'm kicked off my home Wi-Fi so I don't burn through so much of a data plan. That's a nice alert to put in there. Here's the one, text my wife when I leave work. Set volume up when it connects to specific Wi-Fi. So you can have settings already put in there. mute your device during meetings. So you can have items set up on your calendar where it'll automatically tell your phone to be quiet. Um, you know, I think you kind of get the point. And again, there are so many different recipes in here for things that whatever you could conceive, you could put in there as reminders, as ways to put it in there. I want to go back here just a minute. Okay, let me go back one more time. Here we go. Okay. Now, let me show you the about. Oh, that's where we were. Well, I am not paying as much attention as I should. The blog. They have basically a blog that tells you the new things that they have coming out using Nest. Again, like I said, there are so many different ways to use this. It just kind of blows your mind. You know, right down here, if you don't want to miss a post to the blog, you can do that. Now, the best part of this application, and if you know me, you know that I try to put together the most cost-effective ways to do things like this. This is a free app. So, username, email, password, confirm password, you're in. It's done. If this, then that. IFTTT. I think I am about to start to put it into effect, and I will bring back a report next month to let you know how it has helped my productivity and how it has actually been beneficial to me. But again, a recap from tonight. First of all, get your Google Drive set up. You have to get your Google Drive set up. There are so many things that you can use your Google Drive for. You know, it just goes beyond whatever I could describe to you. Get your Google Drive set up. It's the one-stop shop for everything that you need. Pictures, audio, documents, spreadsheets, anything at all like that. Presentations, PowerPoint, anything like that. Put it all in one place. Keep it there. It's so much easier to find. Again, floor planner that we had talked about. Go take a look at this. Go take a look at floor planner. I really think that it can help you to just take a look at projects that you're doing and actually kind of get a better look at it, because I don't know about you, but like my wife can look at a wall and go, oh, that would be a great color on that wall, and I look at it and go, huh? You know, she's a great paint swatch person. Me, no, I need to see it. I need to look at it in total. And this is an application that will help you do things like that. Again, it's limited in the beginning, but if you use it and you find that it's helping you to benefit, if just for yourself, if not to try and sell houses after you turn them, even if you don't have all the furniture and everything in it, and you can take people. One other thing to look at with this, something like this. If you can take this dashboard app, create some room designs that you like, put it into a PowerPoint presentation using Drive, creating it from there, creating it from PowerPoint, I don't care, and then take that and record that onto a YouTube video, and then put that onto your sales copy for however you're trying to sell your property. I don't know. I mean, to me, that kind of just puts you ahead of the rest of the competition, but that's just my thought. DocuSign, again, like I said, you want DocuSign. It could just make things so much easier. I can even remember we had a guy, and I knew Don DeRosa. Don DeRosa has been pushing the use of iPads in real estate investing for, gee whiz, probably 4 or 5 years now. And he's had people signing virtually for that long and had virtually no resistance to it. I would think now, with as much as technology has come along, again, like I said, your resistance to that is minimal. And if it can help you be that much more effective, why not? And then, if this, then that. Again, if you want something that basically continuously works as a reminder, works to help make you more productive, and helps you use your technology in a better way, you know, that's a benefit all in itself. So that's what we have tonight. One other thing, since I guess the beginning of my presentation got botched off, Scott Meyer is coming. If you ever wanted to look at a different way to invest in real estate besides the traditional channels, Scott Myers is your guy. Former Saria president, still lives right up in the area here in Fishers. Basically sold off all his rentals and within a year became a self-storage millionaire. He is the nation's foremost leader on self-storage as a business, and you will not want to miss Scott's presentation either at the main meeting the second Tuesday in July or the following Saturday when he does an all-day intensive. It is $40 to sign up for the Saturday intensive. You do get lunch with that, and as you know, at Saria, we do feed you well. We don't, give you like a ham sandwich and a celery stick and say, go on. You do get fed well. And also, I have planned, and I believe it should happen Tuesday night at 8 p.m. I will have Scott on for a introductory webinar. There will be more information coming out on that in your email over this weekend and definitely on Monday in the newsletter. But we will be having a webinar with Scott, and Scott will be going through and basically just introducing you a little more into self-storage and some things that you will learn from him in the presentations that he has planned for us. So mark that on your calendar right now. Don't miss that. Take this opportunity to look at something a little bit different, but yet it may be better than you expect. So for tonight, this is Rex Lang signing off from Tech Talk. Thank you for joining us, and have a wonderful evening.